Hello everyone, welcome back on a new video. Icarus week 28 update outpost number 1. Before we head further, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I saw that my previous video had a lot of views. I'm really thankful for that and I hope you guys keep on enjoying these videos. And let's head further. This week we start a process of refreshing Outposts, starting with adding new functionality and personalization along with the entire Olympus map now being playable as a huge 64 square kilometer outpost. Configurability in Outposts will include options for adjusting the difficulty, allowing you to customize your experience to suit your playstyle. With Olympus available as a fuel persistent map, you'll have an abundance of resources at your disposal also. We're excited to see how you take this new opportunity and create magic with it. Outposts were not something we originally thought of providing, but early on, based on community feedback prior to and during the beta, great ideas developed and we wanted to pursue them. However, it has been hard to find the time for that focus, as there were some foundational issues with the game that we wanted to change. First, it is exciting for us to take our first look at what we can do with this area to the game and are even more excited by what we can build on this with later on. Like with out performance and optimization patch a few weeks back, this is not last for our outpost ideas. There will in many cases be a series of updates with focus on new areas. Also remember that while outposts are the focus, you will note in the change log that our usual fixes and optimizations will also be flowing in each week as well. Olympus Outpost. You can now explore Olympus without any restrictions and return at your leisure to create your own hub on the surface of Icarus. The entire 64 square kilometer Olympus map will be a persistent playable outpost available to all players with this update. Previously, this wasn't possible due to the amount of data being saved and how the impacted performance. Recent updates and improvements to replication and performance have now allowed us to the ability to execute this confidently, but it's worth noticing that performance will still be impacted at the extremes of data generated. In simply terms, building thousands of buildings or extensions to your base will ultimately degrade performance, but we're confident that in the current state of the game, this extremity is much more realistic and sustainable for players to be able to create and build their heart's content. If you wish to wipe the slate clean and start again, Olympus Outpost can be deleted the same way the smaller versions are, and these will save to your PC rather than to the cloud to limit the impact on our servers. Now they're saying, why is the full map outpost not only for those with the supported edition? Because previously this was the case. If you bought the supported edition, which is listed here, almost 100 euros, then you could play the full Olympus map. But now they change it with this update so everybody can. Now this will break some people's heart because they paid a lot of money to do this, but I'm sure they will change things so that the supporter people get other stuff that the other people can't. They will add new stuff to it, I'm pretty sure. We have wanted to provide more values for those who purchase the supported edition for some time, which they did. However, we cannot do this at the expense of the larger community. We understand that it's frustrating, but every development moment we have continues to be prioritized towards changing the benefit everyone. We do have some exciting ideas to help reward those supporting us with the supporters edition, but locking this kind of content behind that is not the way. Like I said, they did support the supporters by giving this option, but they kind of want to give everybody the ability to explore the full map of Icarus, of Olympus, and not just giving the ability to the supporters. They want to give other things to the supporters. It is absolutely vital that we nurture the community as a whole well before we risk diving in with content. So in time, we will look at ways to increase the value of the supporters edition. In the meantime, we do hope those who have it understand that we must prioritize content for everyone first, even if it hurts us in revenue. Configurable Outpost. Outpost will now also have the option to be customized to suit any player's personal reference. These will be labeled as difficulties, like we already know, and will allow you to customize the weather severity and aggressive wildlife spawns. Oh, weather also, nice. Harder difficulty settings will provide more volatile weather conditions and more numerous powerful foe to contend to it. But it will still provide a safer, easier environment option for players who prefer to be able to focus on other systems without the impact of contending with challenging dynamics. The extreme option will also disable visual maps and locations, similar to how it behaves in prospects. While exotics won't be mineable in Outpost, all other voxels and interactive feature will be. You can explore to your heart's content, craft all deployables and structures, and venture into all biomes and Olympus to seek the specific ingredients you need for whatever your heart desires. While missions will not be available, you can still complete these on standard prospect to earn the valuable currency you're after. We're excited to see how you personalize your outpost and what these new possibilities will spark in your creativity. That's a nice thing. It was already like that you couldn't mine exotic. It would be too simple. Just hop on in an outpost and mine exotic. No, they're not doing that. But you can mine every other thing in the world. How can you unlock this? Well, Olympus Outpost Unlock Mission. It's called Nightfall Survey. The new Olympus Outpost will be locked behind a special mission for you to complete. This will be on Olympus and require you to complete a final set of research for the UDA to redeem it satisfactory for permanent inhabitants. Your briefing is as following. It's in all biomes. The operator is expanding their research operation to encompass a greater area for development. Complete a survey of the area and gather data on remaining apex predators to determine the viability of permanent base in the region. So it's all the responsibility of the contractor. There are some key improvements. We've made some major improvements this week, which will have a larger influence on the in-game experience, which we want to note. We've completed a major texture optimization pass. This should result in improved performance, especially if GPU was previously memory limited, and smaller game package size. There will be more to come in our next update. The Trome Spear Knife highlight talent was previously breaking if looked at the object and then looked away. It now remains highlighted in the case correctly. Several missions were doing an invalid check of prospect difficulty, so design intent wasn't being fully realized. These missions should be now scaled as designed with difficulty. We've made some changes to the system which deals with player teleporting if falling through the ground, which should hopefully result in a better experience. This is still in development and will be addressed in future update also. These are nice improvements, can't complain about those. They're also giving a next week preview. Next week we'll be removing the return from prospect button, which is in there for a long time, as if it was only ever supposed to be a beta feature and has prevented us from really leaning into the character attachment and loss we originally envisioned for Icarus. Important things to know: they're gonna remove the return from prospect, but they're gonna add abandoned prospect. So, I mean, it's kind of the same, but if you abandon prospect, you will lose everything. I think that is what it means. When this new button is clicked, if the prospect has insurance, the character will be safely returned to the station with the loadout they took with them gone. If the prospect does not have insurance, the character will be abandoned along with their gear. You will no longer be able to use this character and will have to delete them to remove them from your rosters. Like I said, abandoned prospect is just leaving your character on the planet with your gear. You lost everything. You need to delete it and start a new one. This is what it means. They're also talking about a team member that passed away a few weeks ago, and they put his name in the credits, so also a nice feature to memorize this person. There are some change logs. They added new difficulty settings for Outpost, the map, the Outpost itself. Can now modify key bindings from the title screen. The talent is fixed. There's also a few other fixes and adds. AMM pistol, added an AMM pistol. I don't know what this means, but something for the pistol. I don't think it's a new pistol. So yeah, all things considered, a nice change. We have more content to play. Again, for the people who bought the supporters edition, kind of sucks, but you will get other stuff later. Now, how do we unlock this? Here it is. Nightfall Survey. You have 24 hours to complete this. It's 3 skulls. I mean, the rewards speak for themselves. You can do this on hardcore. Get 700 Ren and 200 exotics. I mean, think this is a nice thing. What do you need to do? Scan the entire Olympus region with the central server unit. Defeat the apex creatures of Olympus. Where is this? On the tree, all the way to the right. That is the new mission. There was a mission here, but also if you hover over the missions, that isn't right. You get 0 Ren, 0 exotics. That isn't right. We saw you can get up to 700 and 200. So this is where it is. Also, if you go to Outposts, here you can see we have the Arcwood Outpost. which is the normal outpost, we have Olympus, which we unlock by Nightfall Survey, but there are two more, the Ice Holm and the Holdfast. Now I think these two will be available when they add the new DLCs that are coming. I think that is the case. I'm not sure. It's a speculation, but I think that is what it is. Now, I think that is everything what we needed to talk about for this update. Really good change, and I think I've been waiting to play Icarus for a while for now. It's been a while that I played it, but I think I'm gonna go back in it again and explore the full Styx map with my other account, because maybe with this account, but I don't know, I don't have everything unlocked. I'm only 25, I'm level 50 here, and I have most of the things unlocked. So I think I'm gonna get this guy ready to explore Styx and do all the missions on Olympus and unlock everything that it is to unlock, and do that together. So I'm gonna have update videos like I have now, but also videos with missions, so that I upload more videos in a week. Think that would be nice, and we get more content. Always a win-win situation, and I get to see new stuff because it's been a while. Now I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next week. Goodbye.